Tell me, does this guy look pure of heart to you? Today I will be judging the selflessness of an individual's soul based only on if, in a time of need, they would bum me a cigarette. That's it. The only criteria. This little freak, he doesn't even smoke.
Whittleton Creek, Vermont.
You heard the lady. Of all the locations in Hitman, today we're going to be taking a look at the beautiful American suburbs of Whittleton Creek. Here you will find 18 active smokers, and I'll be analyzing them to help you decide which ones to target. Target? Like in this game where you typically have a target to kill, but instead of kill, I mean target. Like if you had a few beers at the neighborhood barbecue and really wanted a little taste of nicotine, who should you target in your time of need? And another, since I've been playing Connection so much lately, another Connection, I had a buddy who was a Target employee. He was top 3 in the state as a floor employee until he got drafted to another Target because an employee killed another employee with a hammer. Little separate, but you know, target, some connections for you guys. Anyways, I'll be ranking these smokers into 4 different distinct categories. Starting from the bottom, all the way in F tier, sometimes people will simply not bum you a cigarette. They might just be evil or in their own little world. These guys suck big ass. So, there's really not too much to say about them. They are not worth your breath. Now in C tier, we have the coin flip. These guys for if you really need a buzz and no one else is around. They're anxious, maybe shy, maybe in a bit of a mood, maybe something for real is going on. It's a 50-50. They won't be happy either way. Towards the upper echelon in A tier, we have the selfish givers. These people are generally bored and they just want someone to talk to. Their only purpose is to bum cigarettes and to socialize. Selfishly, they trade a cigarette for entertainment. Finally, at the top, we've got the heroes in S tier. These people, they understand you, your needs, and they're totally selfless. They'd be fine whether you stayed and talked or just kept moving. If you ask, you shall receive. So let's go ahead and take a look at where we're headed. Whittleton's small, but it's got a lot going on today. It's got windmills, a river, a park, an HOA election, construction, barbecue, pest control, more construction, the Whittleton Pikes, and even a booming muffin business. Best of all, it's got a whole bunch of smokers. You can see 2 right behind the sign here. Let's see who loves this ritual the most and who's gonna give. In the courtyard to the right, you're gonna find the muffin lady huffing ciggies by this trash bin, or standing at the muffin stall. That's all she does. Quite literally, nothing else. She doesn't eat any muffins or even seem to care about the garbage. She's in her own world. My thought is she's using these cigarettes as an appetite suppressant and just kind of testing her own discipline here. Fortunately, I know her smoke spot, so let's see what we can do. Hey miss, how are you doing today? Lovely weather. Are the muffins any good over there? Nothing? Oh, you smoke. I didn't know that. Me too. Would you mind? Could I get one? Miss, she won't even look at me. Unfortunately, we're starting in F. Alright, whatever lady. I got places to be. You go do your own thing. Hey, I hope the diet keeps working. You don't need it, by the way. You look good. We did see this guy over here, and him, dressed in blue, head to toe, chilling like this. I got high hopes. Hey, excuse me, sir. I caught a whiff of your cigarettes. Is there any chance you've got one for me? Oh, you do. Thank you. You are kind of a hero of this town, you know that? And who the fuck are these guys? You know them? Hey, maybe they... No, alright. I don't like them, but you're great. You know, I'm gonna throw you an S tier. I don't think you'd give a shit whether I talked or not. Got an S, an F, you see how this goes. Some people give, some people take. We can already see this fellow over here, and it's an interesting one. He's on the clock. That's always gonna make situations a little bit different. Fortunately, his job looks boring as all hell, but his boss must be lit since all he does is take phone calls and rack ciggies all day, literally all day. He doesn't do anything else besides that and look at the blue guy across the street. He's gonna fall very easily into the C tier because he's a 50-50, and to get in depth there, this is almost purely because he's on the clock. Hey, brochacho, how's it hanging? Busy day at work here at the park? Smoking ciggies, you mind if I could get one? Really appreciate it. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. In these situations, it's really as easy as that. In particular here, he's working, that's his situation. He has to act from his POV. So he's going to act like he doesn't care when he gives a cigarette because, I mean, you think about it, he can't say no. He's a public servant. He can't be excited and hang out and show some kind of odd favoritism here, and that might launch him into S tier or A tier. He's landing very solidly in C. These situations, you know, it's not just work, are all about perception. Here he has to perceive himself as the version of himself in his role rather than his natural self. Others' perception, self-perception, and thoughts on how one should be perceived all can influence his vital choice, primarily through stress and anxiety. And that's an interesting part of the smoker's mentality. Often they're smoking to try and help with stress or anxiety as if it's some kind of supplement. And supplement business idea here for you. Fiber cigarettes. I've been thinking about fiber a lot, you know, the whole colon cancer thing. If we sell cigarettes, people get addicted to curing themselves of colon cancer in exchange for, you know, maybe it's not worth it. There's a lot of different situations these people can be in. Let's keep pushing, keep moving. Like this guy right here, you know, he's both working and kind of deep on private property. I've been watching him for a while here. Sometimes I just don't have the courage to approach, especially because, you know, I'm missing beers. I myself am in a situation here. I don't smoke. I've already huffed a couple now. I didn't like it. I didn't like either of them. Didn't honestly need it. But there's a party right here. So why don't we go and head on to Wilson's Barbecue, and we're just going to give that guy, you know, a DNF. He's going to need some more research. You guys can figure that one out. So here at the party, what you're going to want to do, very first thing, you're going to go and get yourself 2 beers. You're going to drink one as fast as you can. The other one you're going to drink near where the beers are. And then you're going to walk around with your third. By this point, you're going to want some cigs. Back to the situation talk. Parties, everyone is S tier. They can't be anything besides S tier. You know? You're an asshole at a party if you say, no, I won't bum you one. As long as the other person's acting normal, as long as you approach without any strangeness, you're gonna get one. Now, for research purposes, this kind of skews the whole list. It's gonna be a lot more S heavy than if this party wasn't here. Because if I had to guess, we're gonna have no issues. Let's go ahead. I'm just gonna show you a quick route here. You're gonna be able to get 5 cigarettes and be on your way. Make sure between these, you get a little buzz, you get a little drink here and there. You're gonna need that so we don't have mistakes like earlier where I couldn't even be bothered to approach that guy. So first up here, you're gonna go to this lady dressed in blue talking to Polka Dot. Go ahead, ask for a cigarette. Doesn't matter, you can just lay down, you can recline, help yourself to some watermelon. Thank you, ma'am. I wouldn't even bother with conversation here. I don't personally care. I came here for all the free stuff. Wilson, he's a great host. And you know what? Speed round. Wait till this guy shows up. Excuse me, ladies. You're going to want to go all the way over to him. He's going to get a selfie in. So you're going to want to pose, get ready, click. Make sure you get a big smile for the camera. You're going to be on all his socials. Wait for him to put his phone away. He's going to pull out his cigarettes. Excuse me, sir. Smur. Are you fucking kidding me? Whatever. He's going to give you a cigarette. You can smell another one way over here on the left against the fence. You're gonna head that way now. Another fella dressed head to toe in blue. Excuse me, mind if I get a ciggy? He doesn't. You're gonna wait here and hold for his signal.
Station 5, still nothing to report.
Now we're good to move on. So you're gonna wanna go back here. You're gonna stop by this keg. You're gonna pour yourself a glass. Maybe if you can drink that fast enough, get a second. I wanna note, also I don't drink. I don't smoke. I'm kind of actually working, and I'm wondering if any of you have some funds here with some scientists. Can we bring back the iTouch? Why did they call it an iTouch? The beer app where you can drink beer, but one that actually gets you buzzed, because I miss it. You know, it feels good, it's delicious, but you're gonna need these beers to be able to really pursue your quest properly here. A lot of this will lend itself to kind of disregarding their feelings, awkwardness, shyness. You'll be able to push through and do everything. Old guy right here, excuse me, wife. Hey, can I get a cigarette? Of course I can. Look at how you're dressed. You look fancy. Are you Wilson himself? Perfect. I don't care. Right here to the left, we're gonna just leave the porch, and you can smell one right over here. Talking to another man. Excuse me, miss. And manners don't matter here. This might be Wilson. And Wilson's wife? Not sure. Would you mind if I get one? Yeah, I know I already have 2 lit in my hand, but I'm just trying to collect. Yeah, thank you. Hey, great host. Thanks for all this. And that's it. That's the party. Quick tech. We're in, we're out. We got nicotine, we got booze, our BAC's high, our NAC. I don't think that's how it works. Nope, that doesn't make any sense. Nicotine, alcohol content. We're all good. Just start making your way down this street. And god damn, that is a beautiful car. That's 5 S tiers from that party. Beautiful car. They can't be going better. Who owns this? You gotta be fucking playing with me. You? You own this? And is that what I think it is? Yeah, excuse me, you mind if I get one? Yeah? Hey, thank you, man. So what do you do? Pest control? And you got this car? Do you mind if you know what? I'm trying to film a quick TikTok. Can you show me what you do for work to be able to afford this car? Alright, let's check this out. So far, I'm thinking this guy's leaning A. He is very interested in showing me his job. Not sure what it's gonna be exactly, but high hopes. Man's gotta be earning money. Alright, so what are we doing here? Do you need I'd rather not help? This is getting you that? Really? It doesn't even look like you're... I had raccoons growing up that did this. In fact, I have a lot of raccoon stories. When I was young in my crawl space, this scared the shit out of me. Raccoons had babies right underneath my bedroom, and they would scratch on the floor every night, and I wouldn't tell my parents. So for 2 weeks straight, I essentially just wasn't sleeping. Many years later, I had a girl over, and we slept together for the first time. No one was home. I woke up in the morning. Dogs were kind of acting strange in the front yard. What do I find? Dead raccoon. She comes over next week. Same thing. Wake up. Dead raccoon. Have you picked up raccoon corpses? Sorry, sir. I'm not sure why I'm telling you this for the TikTok, but thank you for showing me around your job. One day, I hope I can kind of do your routine. It seems perfect. Overshared a little bit with him, but I don't think that matters. We're gonna keep moving on here. I'm feeling pretty brave. I don't think we're supposed to go in here, but I know you can smell what I smell. Very top-heavy list so far. Just wanted to note that Whittleton Creek, pretty kind, giving people. Here at the construction site, took a while. There's a lot of construction going on, not that many smokers. And you would think, they smoke on the job all the time, why not? So I was actually called over by this guy. I was gonna ask the other construction worker for a cigarette, but he called me over, and I'm telling you this in post. I have some of my footage here. And he said, don't talk to him, he's a weirdo. He heard about my TikTok thing, he wanted to show me his day. I figure I'll throw it in here. Kind of a weird guy. I would give him an A. I don't know, he made me... I lost some buzz talking to him. You know what I mean? I feel sobered up a bit. But let's just go ahead and put him on A. He just wants someone to talk to. I'm a little source of entertainment for him. He doesn't want to work this construction job. Instead, he wants to get into magic, he was telling me. He's been practicing stuff. I know I'm losing you, he's losing me. Let's just keep moving. I don't like him. I don't really like him at all. Let's check out Construction 2. Construction 1 over here told me that 2 wouldn't give me one, but hey, excuse me. Do you mind, could I get a cig from you? No? Alright. Easy as that. We'll just keep moving. That's an A, that's an F. What's next? This woman is what's next. She is the purest heart. She is the most alive individual in Whittleton. She walks around, she takes selfies, she's constantly checking her phone. Hell, I think she is the only smoker to hold a conversation with another NPC. And the way she talks, remarkable. You overhear her. You start to feel like an A. You want to smoke and you want to chat with her. You almost, personally, I just wanted to hear her voice, her ideas. What does she have to say about the HOA? Well, tell me about the people at Wilson's Barbecue, because I know she's got the gossip. She's so pure. She's got a good soul. She's got a good heart. She's got a good head on her shoulders. And she's got infinite cigarettes. We could talk. Hell, she's the only one. 2 spots she'll smoke in. 2 different beautiful benches. She's not comfortable with just staying in the same spot all day, smoking over and over, like a lot of these individuals
He's a
are.
fascinating man with many bold ideas.
Blake, the chairman of the Homeowners Association? If he's running for office, God help us all. That man effectively tried to cancel Christmas ones. Oh. Oh. Ugh.
She's got tales to tell, stories to spin, so much to share, so much knowledge, so much confidence. Can you imagine walking up to that guy and telling him how you really feel about how he tried to cancel Christmas? Which, outrageous. I couldn't help myself, honestly. I hung out with this woman for 6 hours, I think. We just paced back and forth, talked and talked and talked. I really recommend you target her over anyone else on the list so far. You should hear what the guy with the yellow car's real job is. You guys wouldn't believe it. Anyways, enough from this lady. I love her to death. My favorite individual I've ever met. Online, real life, doesn't matter. Let's see who else is here. What else does Whittleton Creek have to offer? Turns out, clones. Quick look at 2 identical people, a lot of twins in this town. Right over here you can see very similar building to the previous officer sheriff we met. And excuse me, can I have... And you can just grab that one. This guy's gonna be a C, the whole working thing. You can tell we already spoke to his better half. So that's a C for the books. Just a quick turn around, cross the street. We're gonna find another individual here. She might be familiar to you. I think we mostly only saw the back of her head at the party by the front porch. She will stand here and smoke for eternity. I didn't even ask for a cigarette. Just look at her. We know she's gonna give one. We know this is an S. We know this list is top heavy. We know Whittleton Creek, from what we've learned, is the place to go. This is the easiest mission ever. All the targets are, for the most part, pretty easy, pretty approachable. There's only 4 targets left, and honestly, this whole second half of the neighborhood, it's all trespassing. There is nothing allowed here, so keep that in mind. Maybe this is going to round out the bottom of the list. I don't know, fingers crossed, because honestly, it's very imbalanced right now. Let's start with this old fuck. All he does all day is stand around his property, looking out, looking at it. He's got this beautiful ATV. The lighting on the house is gorgeous. I've got to give him that. The biggest difficulty here, and it's similar to the DNF we had earlier, he smokes on his porch. And I don't know if you see this. This is pretty far out. I don't know about walking up a driveway to ask to have a cigarette from someone. It feels a little off to me, feels a little odd. But I did notice a certain sadness in this man's eyes that made me think, hey, I have a chance. He didn't really respond to me. He left some ciggies out. I grabbed one. I put it back. I grabbed one just to see if he would say anything. I didn't actually want one. At this point, we're just continuing for research sake. I don't need any more. Dropping this guy right into C tier, he falls into the won't be happy either way categorization. Whether he answers you or not, you can get a cigarette if you want it, or whatever. These next 3 individuals, our last 3, they are all employed and working in private backyards. That's the situation you're going to be facing here. So, good luck on this. This guy, I'll be honest with you, he has the DNF. You're going to see things while trespassing that you shouldn't see, and it might scare you, it might make you uncomfortable. And that's exactly what happened here. Definitely should not have recorded this. But take a look and tell me, would you have been able to talk to this guy?
Station 8. Nothing to report.
Station 7. Nothing to report.
Yeah, you saw that right. He tried to pee once, reported it to a station. Tried to pee again, once again not peeing. Different voice entirely, reported to a station. Pisses all over a toilet seat and just leaves. Sorry, man, I can't even for research ask. All right, and here we have a guy. He actually has a coworker who's asleep right behind him on a lounge chair, racking cigs all day. Doesn't look busy, doesn't look like he even has to pretend to do anything. I shouldn't be here. Yo man, you mind if I get a ciggy? Nothing. That's me pretending for the first time in this video that I'm actually waiting for an audible response, or maybe that I would roleplay the other character. Not gonna do that. In this situation, I'm placing him C. He seems typical. He doesn't seem so bored. He doesn't. I think he could just do whatever, and giving me one is gonna be the easier option. The very last smoker in Whittleton Creek, and he is the perfect example of someone who would fall onto the A tier. This guy, he just paces around. He's bored. He just stares at walls. He checks his phone for the time all the time. He doesn't hide his frustration. Me, I'm gonna pace myself and I'm not gonna get a cigarette from him. But look at him. He is mad the day is not passing. He doesn't know what to do with himself. So if you want a real easy one, I recommend go to this guy. You can chat with him all you want. And thus, our research is done. You can see the results here, and I think personally, the lady who smokes on 2 benches is miles above everyone else. Unfortunately, we had a couple DNFs, but overall, Whittleton Creek, if you need a ciggy today on Wilson's Barbecue Day, you're gonna get one. It's really simple, really straightforward. I recommend you check it out. Maybe set yourself up some targets, go practice. You know, you could even go for the couple Fs there and rejection therapy of sorts. I want to thank you so much for checking this out. And like I mentioned earlier, if there are any investors for either, I know maybe on the surface it doesn't sound like a good idea, fiber supplement cigarette, but virtual cigarettes, what if we merge the two? That way you get your fiber supplement from your phone while smoking cigarettes to get the nicotine buzz, but without the chance of lung cancer. I think there is a lot of money here, a lot of earnings to be made. Interested to hear your thoughts. I'm sure some of you can really figure this out for me. Anyways, thanks again for tuning into this research. I hope it's helpful for you guys. I hope you're able to get your virtual buzz, your real buzz, your really, I don't know what you're going to gain out of this video, but love ya. Hope to see you soon.